Here's your video for your science test. Hopefully this one will work. I tried to do the live thing and I guess sound wasn't working. Um, so a few things I just want to point out. Number one, I'm going to give you a couple answers on the test because I don't think the book does a very good job with it. The first question says total kinetic and potential energy of the particles in a substance. Your book actually does a really good job giving you the definition of this. It says right here, the total kinetic and potential energy of the particles in a substance is thermal energy. So we have the definition word for word, guys. So the answer for number 6 is the letter G. The problem with that I just read is I read that out of the next chapter. So we talk about thermal energy in this chapter, guys, but they just don't give us a definition for it. So number 6 is the letter G. The next encouragement that I'll give you as we go through this, guys, is we have only 2 lessons. It's from page like 479 to 489. So the chapter's not that long, but it's a lot of application. Make sure you read and find those things carefully. Next thing I want to point out to you is number 12 is asking what kind of energy is stored in gasoline, so that you understand you're looking at a gasoline pump there. That's straight out of lesson 1 out of your book. Number 14 is the second one I'm going to give you for the answer. The answer is I. What causes Earth to act like a magnet? I. The movement of hot liquid metal inside Earth is what scientists believe. Your science book did not do a good job describing that at all. So make sure it's I. The rest of those guys can all be found in the book. The last thing I'll help you with is the backside. Explain where your body gets its energy, chemical energy from, and what we transform it into. I'll just give you the page numbers. That one is found on the top of page 480. So if you want to write your answers down, you could write down your answers on page 480. Explain what an electric circuit is and name 3 parts. That one would be found on page 483, guys. We have the definition for an electric circuit here. That's the first part they want. And then as you read the rest of the paragraph, in this paragraph, guys, they actually name 4 things in an electric circuit. Your book said your book names 4. The test says what are 3. So you pick any 3 out of those 4 or all 4 if you want to get them. Number 19 is on the same exact page that I was just on, page 483. It says think about what you want in your house, a parallel or a series circuit. So guys, we describe it here, and then we pounded that into our head, which ones of those we want in our house and the reason why. Number 20 says if you break a bar magnet in half, what happens to the magnetic domains? That's the next page, guys. That's page 484. At the bottom, you have the picture of it. In the paragraph above it, you have the description of it for what you want. So this one will be found on page 484. At the bottom, it says compare and contrast an electric motor and a generator. In your response, include an explanation how the device works. So as we're moving on here, guys, in my book, I have page 487 is where we know what an electric motor is. Turning the page on 488 is where we know what a generator is. So just describe those things and tell me how they're alike and different when you give your definition of it. It not only defines it, it tells us how it works. It not only defines it, it tells us how it works. So thereafter, you summarizing those 2 paragraphs, they're on page 487 and 488. Okay, hopefully you can just fit it in here at the bottom of the page. Okay, hopefully this works and it'll help you out. Blessings on your test.